Grand Rising, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. So today I have a nice topic, a good one for you guys. I hope you pay attention, and we're going to be talking about spiritual integrity today. Now, since everybody does not have that, let's go ahead and start off with our spiritual copyright disclaimer. On behalf of Starseed Galactic Federation, I have been given access to this knowledgeable information from my Akashic records for the purpose of helping humanity. This information is given directly to me as a divine channel, and any use or reproduction of this information without proper accreditation or acknowledgement from which this information was received will result in instant karma for the plagiarizing parties or individual. And so it is. Now, with that being said, as I said before, spiritual integrity. I didn't take any notes for this one, right? We're just going to talk about it. First of all, I have came to you guys on prior videos and I have explained a time or two what integrity is. Now, integrity is something that everybody should have, but everybody does not have. Integrity is doing what is right when nobody is around to see you. That is having integrity. A lot of people, first of all, that's why that saying, what's done in the dark always comes into the light. That's why that saying will never ever be retired, because of the lack of integrity and the lack of spiritual integrity that so many people have. And especially in this day and age, in this time when we are currently destroying the old everything that was holding humanity back, the old prejudices, preconceived notions, the egotistical maneuvers and tactics that were going on in society and also in religion and the spiritual realm. All of that is being destroyed and rebuilt due to the lack of a firm, solid foundation, because there was no integrity when these things were established. So with that being said, spiritual integrity pertains to what we cannot see as humans having a human experience in our flesh suits, our earth bodies. You cannot be a proper judge of someone's spiritual integrity. However, it is very easy to spot somebody who has no spiritual integrity, especially if you are somebody who is, a spiritual person, whether you want to be called one or not, whether you want to call yourself a witch, a warlock, a wizard, a spiritual enthusiast, or just plain old woke. You can also tell how somebody's spiritual integrity is by their aura. A lot of people are not good at reading auras, but the further along that you get in your spiritual journey and the more grounded that you get, the more that you meditate and you ask for clarity and you start using your discernment and your third eye instead of your two physical eyes, which can deceive you, you will start to tap in to people's auras, and that will give you some insight into their spiritual integrity. I'm going to tell you first and foremost, there are a lot of spiritualists that you may see, and of course they're going to have some type of heavy vibration around them, especially if they're into occult practices or they do their protection work or their spiritual work and they're in touch with, whatever they're in touch with, whether they are of the dark or of the light. But you will always notice in their vibration, you will see a heavier energy. And a lot of times that will come across to the person who is seeing that person and receiving their energy as them being intimidating in like a fearful or a dark or aggressive way. That right there tells you that their spiritual integrity may need to be looked at, because first and foremost, if you are an upright and evolving upward spiritual person, you're going to want to have a clean aura. You are going to know that to operate off of fear is to operate off of ego and manipulation, and that will not last. That will not build a firm, solid spiritual foundation. So therefore, you are going to want to ideally be of the light. You're going to want to have a clean aura, because light attracts light. And in order to attract positive things and positive manifestations and abundance, it is better for you to have a clean and light aura. That is what draws those high vibes. And a lot of spiritualists, because they have not done the proper work on the inside, because they lack that integrity, and instead of choosing to do that work, they would rather go and summon lower vibration entities, deities, and whatnot, and channel from that dark energy instead of cleansing their own and working off of their own energy. They take that vibe and it's negative. It's like a dark magnetic force that will suck all of the soul glow and the lights out of that person. And you will begin to see that in their aura. You will begin to feel that when you are around them, okay? You're going to feel that power, yes, but it's going to feel like a dark power. Now, a lot of times, especially humans, they are very attracted to things of the dark because it has an air of mystery to it. It has an air of unknown, and that may seem appealing. But at this point in the game, at this late in the game, guys, we should have realized that when we are attracted to things that are dark, what happens? Nothing good. Dark things are attracted to us as well. You can't be an innocent bystander. You can't maintain your integrity and your pure soul and your positive energy if you are around lower vibrations or darker vibrations. That is going to compromise your own spiritual integrity, because then you're going to be drawn into the darker occult practices, which are not for the highest good. Regardless of how you try to flip it, you're always going to have to make a deal. That's like making a deal with the devil for your soul. All right? And that is a lack of spiritual integrity. That is why you also have a lot of people in the industry. When I say the industry, I don't just mean the music industry. I mean the entertainment industry, the sports industry, politics, everything. There are a lot of people in industries of high positions that hold a lot of that dark power because they lack spiritual integrity. They may have done things to compromise the purity of their soul, the integrity of their soul, in order to gain that power, but it always has a flip side. And now we are starting to see that now in public, because as I said before, what is done in the dark always comes to the light. It is only but so long that you can suppress those lower vibrations, thinking that your soul, your purity, that you have enough to calm that down and just get from it what you need from those sources. It does not work that way. And that is what tends to get people caught up and compromise them. That's why you see so many of these politicians and entertainers, okay, they were doing good for so long, they were high, they got all the accolades in the world, and then now their worlds are coming shattering down, their secrets are being exposed, their time has run out because they compromised their soul's integrity with other dark entities and energies that have no integrity. So therefore that is gone, and now that time is up. Okay, because it does not last. When it comes to that, you have to keep compromising your soul in order to keep reaping the rewards and maintain it. And what you don't understand is, if you are not feeding your soul, your life source, your energy with positivity and things of the light, it is not going to grow. It will not flourish the way it's supposed to. Therefore, after a while, you will have nothing left to give to those darker entities or energies. And then once they have tapped you dry, they will move on to something else, somebody else. And then that's when all of your secrets and, the ways that you have compromised your soul's integrity will become exposed to the light. And that is why it's very important to have integrity. That's why there are so many spiritualists that are being outed for being fakes and frauds. Okay, all of their magic is starting to backfire on them because they have no integrity, and they chose to tap into the darker forces to get their needs met, to get their followers, to get people's money, whatever their motive was. They compromised their soul's integrity. And when you compromise your soul's integrity, you may do it in private so nobody sees when it happens, but the end results will always be shown for the world to see. What is done in the dark will always come into the light. And that is why it is very, very, very important for us to ensure that even if it is hard for us to have integrity here in the 3D, in the flesh, with certain things, you have to always make sure never to compromise your soul or your spiritual integrity. Because at the end of the day, when all of these earthly things are gone, that is all that you have left. And if your soul is not pure and of the highest good, if you're not working for the light, your soul will be damned, whether you choose to believe it or not. A lot of Satanists and Luciferians and whatnot, they don't believe in that because they call on those darker entities and energy and continue to pour from their cup into it, not realizing that they're getting anything back in return that is going to last, because it's in the dark, so they don't even see it. They're focused on what's immediately in front of them. Only people that lack integrity, especially spiritual integrity, are unwilling to do the necessary shadow work, because yes, you have to get in touch with your dark side. You have to heal those things. You have to heal the dark side. You have to learn how to balance the light and the dark, black and white. You have to find balance. And therefore, that is what helps to build your spiritual integrity, because you will have dealt with the light and the dark, and you will find the right path, the right balance, in order to maintain your highest good and to build up your spiritual integrity, which in turn will grant you spiritual abundance, which will manifest from the 5D into the 3D. And that is what will show in the long run. That is what true abundance is. That's what true spiritual integrity is, that a lot of people have not quite yet grasped that concept. And that's just a little short something I wanted to share with you guys about that. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much knowledge. I'm going to give you enough to mull over, to chew on, sleep on it, think about it, and make sure that your spiritual integrity is intact, because the time is now where those who are up are going to come down if their spiritual integrity is not where it's supposed to be. That being said, guys, let me go ahead about my day. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take this message, share it. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy, Empress Oracle Shop, for all of your crystal protection. All of your spiritual needs can be met. Don't forget to read the descriptions, because I have something for everything. Whether you need balance, whether you need grounding, clarity, enhanced creativity, there's a crystal out there for you. Go ahead and check me out, guys, and be blessed. I love you.